So now um, we are fast approaching the end of the training. Now this one is a report. Everything that you have been doing so far, if you don't generate a report from it, then it means we've been wasting our time. The main essence of data creation is to have an output. So your output could either be in graphical form or in analysis form. You understand? So, or a report rather. So now you now look at its different aspect of report is available here. Now, among those reports that I found very interesting and very, very necessary are what I itemized there as customer statements, customer balances, sales reports, tax reports, Audit Trail reports. So let's try as much as possible to pick each of them one after the other. So now going into the application, I've been able to explain this one, customer statement. So customer statement can actually be generated from customer statement can actually be generated from clicking on the customer, let's say this customer, then clicking on statement. So at this level you can check your customer statement. So you can check your customer statement here, and it can actually be printed, can be sent as a mail anytime you wish to your customer. So that is for customer statement. Now the next one is customer balances. How do you know your customer balances? Now on reports, this is where you now go to reports. Now this is your reports interface. Reports here is going to list out all your reports, and it's going to tell you each module or each activity and the report under it. Now for sales, you can see sales by customer, sales by item, sales by salesperson, receivables. So each of them would give you. Now what we want to look at is customer balances. I can click on customer balances here. So it's going to show me all reports, all detail. See, this is balances of all my customers on the system. So you can have, so now let me see something also. I can decide that I also want, for instance here, let me see this customer name here is showing code, but I want the name to show. So in this aspect, let me see if we have that opportunity. I can say show column. So what are the kind of things that are there? Company name, first name. So I want company name. So this is it. I want company name to be there also. So all I just need to do is just click here, add plus, it comes here. Then I can then shift it to where I want it. I want it to be after this. Shifting it is just click it and drag it to where you want. You understand? So when you do that, you can run your report. So watch this, you can see. So it's going to show you the details. So now I have all the information I actually wanted. Now if you now find out, oh, whatever information, oh, what happened on this invoice, I don't understand, I want to drill down to how I got to 124,007. All you just need to do is to click here. So it takes you to the details, what makes up this particular balance. So if it is 5 invoices, you are going to see 5 invoices there, and if it is 1, you are going to see 1 there. Like in this case, it's just 1, so I can click on it. Then it takes me to the invoice detail itself. Oh, this was the invoice that was raised against that particular, that was raised for that particular report. You understand? So that is that about that. So the same thing too goes to every other report that you can drill down on. Now I will come to this aspect of, where's the next one? We've talked about customer base. Now sales reports. So like I told you, we have different types of sales reports. Let me click on sales report. Now sales report by customers, by item. So which of the sales report are you looking out for? So you can click here, so you can see all the sales that actually happen. So this is by customers, so you can see. Now also you can export your reports. You can print it in PDF. You can also export it as PDF, export as Excel. So these are different formats that which you can export your report. Now coming down, I'll go back again. Now, so by item, so you see it now that it will list all the items for me. To list out all my items for me. Now, take note of something. This happened this month. Like I told you, anytime you are drilling your report, try as much as possible to check the date filter. So this date filter shows that this particular sales is between December 31st till December, because if you look at it, we have so many transactions that happened this year, and this is not supposed to be the only item. So for instance, I can say, oh, for this year alone, let me just say for this year, you can see, so it will show me all for this year, just because I changed the dates filter. So that is that about that. So these are different reports. You can check expenses by customer. We don't have any expenses by customer. This is by order. So you can have so many reports on the system. So you can decide to go through it to see how the system actually works. So you can decide to go through it. So now you can also look at expenses, billable expenses details. This, we don't have anything here. Expense details. You can see this will show you all the reports. So I can say this year. You can see, so, and so many things like that that you can see on the report. So this is how to check our reports. Then also I can have something related to my tax. Let me say I just want to check my tax. You can see, so every transaction that you do, you will get a tax report for it. Every transaction you do in terms of invoice, so you get your tax report for it. So the system has said that, oh, from this also date to this also, from January to date, I've been able to, there is a total of this amount, 7.5% on my invoice. So I can check the details by clicking here. So this will show me the details. So this is your VAT transactions. You understand? So this is actually being remitted. So you can print this out to give to your tax office. So those are just the only things relating to. So you can go through it to actually see how the system has been able to handle every activity. Now, activity, I think the last one is activity, right? Tax report and audit trail report. Now, for this audit trail, we have something here, activity. We have what we call system mails. So every mail that is being exchanged, system mails. So that did not drop anything. So I don't know. Now activity logs. This should drop out all the activity that is being done. So all the activity that is being done on the system, who did it, what did they do. So the system records it. So you can always come here to drill down. Oh, there is a particular transaction that happened. Who did this transaction? Who did this activity? You can try to come and drill down here using the activity, then activity logs. So portal activities too, you can see to tell you Emeka has logged into the system, which is the portal. He has reviewed. So whatever he's doing, the system takes records of it. So you can actually see your client's review. You can actually see your client's review, average ratings, all that. So you can know your performance over time. So many reports that are available on the system. So that is that about that. Now I think there are two things I didn't mention. I said I was just going to explain. I was going to explain processes of invoicing. I explained a simple process whereby customer comes in or customer gets in touch with you, or you get to be in touch with them, then you raise the document, they make payment and things like that. What about if the customer requests for a quote, or you try to send them an estimate? So this estimate is supposed to perform that function. So if you use this estimate, so the estimate is almost like your invoice. So it gives you where you enter all the details, just like you are entering an invoice. But this is not considered as an invoice. So this same document can actually be converted. So you can convert it to an invoice, and to convert it to an invoice, now you click on it. Would have dropped that. Let me just try to do one. To come here, then let me just say I picked one of these. Then let's say my date is this. Now I can actually, is an estimate, a quote, so I can actually put an expiration date. So which is the date you have agreed with the customer. Now every other thing I put, for instance, the customer is requesting for this, then I put 5. Let me say I put 5. Then I put the details there. I put the details, then I click on save and send. I click on save and send. So if it is sent, I click on this. So now the mail has been sent, but look at this. I can convert it to an invoice from here. I can convert it from an invoice. All I just need to do is to click here, convert to an invoice. Now select the fields in an estimate that you would like to retain. I want you to retain everything. So I can say save and continue. So you can see, so it's converted to an invoice. That is, if we then from here I can still modify whatever I want to modify, and that's all. So that is how you can convert. So the same thing too goes to if you are using the same projects. They are using projects and you want to be able to monitor your timesheet with it, but that is not covered in this training. So those are just the only thing. Let me see if I omitted something on that. I think it's data capturing. Okay, so that's just the little I can talk about so far. So our next training is going to have mobile navigation on Zoho Invoicing. We have been able to complete everything that we need to do, but we now need to look at how these things are being navigated on Zoho. So that is our next training that we are going to do. But before the next training, I will also tell you how this can actually be monetized. How you as a student, you as maybe you want to use this as a side hustle, how you can actually make money from these things. You can actually make money from this thing. So I can assure you that. Then also, there any other thing I remember, I will also let you know. That's going to come with mobile navigation, because mobile navigation is not going to take us time. So that is all about our what's it called, training on Zoho Invoicing. So thank you very much. See you in the next training.